Another great day here in Willow Glen. I'm headed to the Willow Glen tour meeting where we're going to get you an insider's look at what the Brokers Tour is all about. We're going to lead off with Mike Gaines talking about what happened in the market in the last 7 days. Then I'm going to go on into the statistics for the week, let you know what the count is and what pending and days on market and things like that. And then we're going to go ahead and have Monica talk about the new houses that are coming on the market but not quite on the market yet. So you get a first-timer's look at what is coming up in Willow Glen before it even hits the computers. Hope you watch and enjoy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, let's start this with the first message on the board. We know this Sunday is Father's Day, right? The older I get, the smarter my father seems to get. My son tells me that every day. All right, so like I said, last week I missed the meeting. Monica missed the meeting. Robert Doucette and I was going to have Robert speak because he pays better attention, and he sat in the front row of the meeting. But there were some good points there, and so Robert, I asked him to just kind of briefly give a description of what was said.
Well, I think the first scariest thought that I had in that meeting was when the gal, her title was, she was the chief investigator for the DRE for the Bay Area, right? The first thing she decided to tell us was that she couldn't make it as a realtor, so she decided to click on, careers in the DRE, and that scared the hell out of me because I'm like, okay, and you're supposed to know what I do, or what we all do for that matter. So, I think the biggest thing that I got out of that was property management. And this is how she put it to us kindly. She says, if we hear that you're doing property management, it's an automatic audit. They're going to just come down on you, and the first thing they're going to look at is, are you a broker? And if you're not a broker, you're going to lose your license because you're just simply not supposed to do it. Secondly, if you are a broker and you're doing property management, they're going to look at your trust funds. That is their biggest pet peeve. And they say, I think it was about 90% of all the fines they give are directly related to trust funds. They have to be sold and separate. They have to have accountability. They have to be reconciled. I mean, there's just a slew of requirements that they mandate on those. And even with doing what you think may be doing things properly, you're going to get fined or your license revoked or suspended or all the above. I think the biggest thing that we all run into is we all want to help our clients out because we have a tendency to go above and beyond to try to stand out. When you're helping your client rent their property, even as a courtesy, be careful how you're doing it because, and all of us do it, even my agents, I see the emails, the courtesy rentals, things like that. Those are triggers. If they find it, those are triggers for the audit because they're looking to see who's acting like a property manager. You're out there, advertising, things for rent, right? Because we're trying to get them help and move them on. So you got to be very careful what you're doing.
All right, Robert, so scary. If you are not a broker and you are doing property management, you are in big, big trouble. Now, with on top of that, and thank you for that, Robert, thank you for the information, where they get you on the trust fund stuff is if you're doing property management and you're paying yourself, okay, and you forget to pay yourself. Innocent mistake. I've been working, I forgot to give myself the $57 a week or a month I make for property management. If you go 30 days, you've now commingled your funds. They got you. That's a violation. You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't pay yourself, but now your money is in the trust fund account, and they got you. So be very, very careful with that. Thank you for that information, Robert. I apologize. We've got 10 to look at today. Once again, you want to be on tour, make sure you're on tour at willowglentour.com. You send an email now, even if it's weeks out, we're going to save you a spot. We haven't had a problem where somebody is saving a spot and not used it yet, but if that becomes an issue, then we'll address that too, right, Dave? Long discussion yesterday. So let's look at what we're going to see on, let me back back up. What happened in the last week? Look at that. The count actually jumped to 75.
I know, I forgot to fix it.
He didn't change it. So the 75 is the highest we've had since October of last year. That doesn't mean that the market is balanced again, but it's certainly headed in that direction. I think as agents we've seen there's a little bit of slowdown on multiple offers, receiving and putting them out. So this is good information to give to your clients. Dave puts together a great stat sheet for me. It's called Raw Data, which is the last 12 months of all the sales numbers, median price and all that. That's great information to give your clients. If you're working with clients right now that don't plan on getting on the market for 2 or 3 weeks, that's the information they need to see, because we're trending upward in our count, and that's going to affect value and everything else. And it happened with one of my properties just this week, and we'll talk about that. So, but when we look at sales, Thunderbird, wasn't that a beautiful home? The one in the courtyard, Plaza Drive, beautiful home. We've seen that in the past. Lansford, Mildred, Richards, Lee, Lansford again, Montemar, Curtis, Camino Ricardo, Nevada, Minna, Houston, New Jersey, Lexford, and Delmas. Every week we have a very healthy span of pricing. This week it's from $650 to $1,005,000. So 16 sales, slowed up a little bit, but the count is going up. Good information to have. So what we're looking at today on tour, where are we at? Valpico. Susan Golden sat in the first seat to be there. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, we're going to see Valpico today. It's totally done. The owners didn't think they were going to move for a long time, and they put a lot of money into this house. It looks great. It's going to be open tonight from 4 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. So come on out and see it. Thank you.
1714 Fabian. It's right around the corner from Valpico. It's a nice little home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet. Kitchen's been remodeled, hardwood floors. It has a 1,400 square foot basement, and it also has an 8,300 square foot lot. Great home if you want to expand. Thanks.
We have 2 Eichlers on the market here on tour this week. Both of them are beautifully done. Really kind of pushing the price point here for the Eichlers in Willow Glen. Both are priced just at or above $950. One just off of Dry Creek on Margot, and the other on Fair Orchard. Beautiful remodeled kitchen and a nice pool. So looking forward to seeing that.
All right, so the next one we're going to look at is a listing I have on Houston, 1593 Houston. I talked about pricing. When we listed that house, we were at $799. One went up down the street. Tim O'Halloran had listed. He listed it less than ours, but actually got more than that. So I talked to Tim, so we adjusted our price, and we came out at $785,850. It's a 1,200 square foot, 3-2 remodel kitchen and bath. Nice house, a 6,400 square foot lot. It will be open this Saturday from 2 to 4.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I've got 1157 Malone Road. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, about just over 1,000 square feet. I'm sorry, over 1,000 square feet. They remodeled the kitchen. They have a 1-year-old roof. The lot seems a lot bigger than what it really is. We're having an open house Saturday, Sunday. Bring your clients over, espressos and lattes for 12 to 3.
This Cherry Avenue property is the one that's on the little cul-de-sac where Foulet Court is. It's the very last parcel on the right-hand side, and it is an over 10,000 square foot lot. So it's a nice private big house, and it does have a 3-car garage. So don't be fooled, the yard wraps all the way around the property, so it's really kind of nice. So you guys get to take a look at it. It's vacant and easy to show too.
Okay, good job. And then finally, Chuck Vargas, where are you? Chuck, there you are. Chuck wasn't able to get on tour because we were so booked, but he's doing a luncheon afterwards, right? You want to talk about it real quick?
All night long over a hot checkbook to get you a Hawaiian barbecue. So be there after the last tour. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 17,000 square foot lot. It's one of only 2 courts on Coke Lane. Remodeled kitchen, all single level. Pretty nice to see you there. I've got a few flyers if you can't make it.
Good morning, you guys. I forgot my clicker today, so I got to be summoned back behind the bar again. But this information will be up on the screen so you can follow along. Let's talk about what went pending for the week. As you saw from the front page, we had some stuff, a lot of them in the $1 million range. In fact, when you average it up, it averages up over $1 million. We're $1,018,363 for this year. Versus this week, last year we were at $864. So obviously we're seeing the trend of higher prices. Now to kind of average that out over a 12-week period, we're at $943 this year versus $807. And if you're looking for a percentage on that, that's about a 17% gain year over year on that 12-week average. We move away from dollars and we work our way into units. We saw on the front of the page that we had 16 units that went pending this week. When we look at that for 2012 and 2011, we were a little bit ahead of where we are today. When we look at the 12-week average, though, you'll see that things are a little bit more robust in 2012 than they were this year, and then 2011 they were a little bit less lackluster in regards to where we were for the amount of units. The count, though, is finally starting to take a turn. As we know that we've been sitting in the 60s, it actually is at 75, even though the front of the page said 72. Mike had done the information a little bit early this week, but by the time we got together, had some lunch, and then actually worked on tour, the count was actually at 75, so we revised it. So we're at 75 for the count as of about 1:30 yesterday afternoon. We were at 71 this time last year, and we were at 200 last year in 2 years ago in 2011. And the 12-week average on that, you'll see that the 2012 number will continue to drop. It's down below 80 on that 12-week average at 79. We're at 61 on the 2013, so it'll be interesting to see how the 12 numbers will continue to drop, and the 13 may or may not start to climb. Obviously, we're bucking the trend at being 75 units. As a matter of fact, when we look at the differential between 2011 and 2013, it's a 63% differential there. The interesting fact that me and Mike were looking up was October 25th, 2013 was the last time we were in the 70s as far as count, when we were at 76. So that was the closest we got to. Yeah, sorry, typo. I'm not perfect. Since we were at 76, that was the closest we got to 75, was all the way back in October of 2012. Obviously, we're not in the future yet. As we move away from that, here's the really interesting thing, at least to me, is the days on market. The days on market continues to drop. We're only 18 days this week. I mean, that's just incredible. When we look at that front page, I'll continue to bold the stuff that's over 30 days, which is just kind of crazy. There's really only 3. There's Lee Avenue at 78 days, Curtis at 36, and New Jersey at 42. But when you look at some of these things, and even with those in there, you're at 18, we're at 32 last year. We'll see those numbers start to get a little bit closer together. As you see the 12-week average, the 32 for last year of 2012 is kind of low for what that 12-week average was. Our 12-week average for this year is at 23. So price them right as inventory starts to increase, and you'll hopefully get an offer really quick. Now, to keep you well-rounded, let you know what's going on throughout what I like to call the greater San Jose area. That's areas 1 through 23. We're going to add in the PUDs because we were only talking about single families before. Our count just inched up a little bit in regards to the areas 1 through 23. We're at 1346 this year. Look at the differential, though. The differential is only 119 to where we were in 2012. So it's happening everywhere in regards to that count. Is starting to catch up to where we were in 2012. We're up 21 units for the week, which last week we were up like 114. So we slowed the pace in areas 1 through 23, even though in Willow Glen we increased the pace. When we look at our pendings, our pending numbers are starting to get closer together as well. We're at 2182 for the week versus 3434 last year, or a difference of 1252. That's up 29 units for the week. So even though we brought on 21, we sold 29, so we had a net deficit in regards to that. The easy go-to stat that I always like to say, this would be a great one to incorporate into my elevator speech, is that the Class 1 properties, we have about 61% that are under contract, which means about 39% of the time you couldn't offer when you see a for sale sign out in front of that house. Most of the time it's pending. And when you look at the Class 2s, it's just about 65%. Now, in regards to that, we've been hovering a lot higher in regards to the Class 2 numbers, and the Class 1 numbers. These are about 18-month lows. They were much higher earlier in the year. So as we're bringing on more inventory on a county-wide basis, you're starting to see the percentage of what is available or under contract, having a differential there. Now, I do have one more slide this week. Last week we did talk about what our REOs and short sales look like on a county-wide basis for single family and PUDs. And I found this interesting chart, so I thought I'd put it up for you. And what this is showing here is that blue line is the median sales price of regular sales. Now this is all of Santa Clara County. Now what I was talking about previously was just areas 1 through 23. So this is geographical Santa Clara County. And all the way on the left-hand side, that's January of 2008. That's before we saw our properties really start to dip. When we look at that blue line, that is just regular or traditional sales, so no short sale and REO in that number when we were at 825. If you look at where we're at as of March 13th, so I know this chart's a little bit older, we actually were at 826, so we actually kind of gained right where we were at. Now, when we look at the green line is the median sale price of all sales, so it adds back in those short sales and REOs. And if you look at the peak of the short sale REOs, it was about May of 2009 with those gray lines. That top number there was the May of 2009, and that references that there was about 600 of them available right then, or number of sales. So as you can see, that number continues to dwindle. When we look at the 2013 numbers, it's under 100 properties, and these are closed sales. So that's why the chart's a little bit behind. Now, as always, I'm sure you like to share this information with your clients, and if you want to do so, you can find this on Facebook. I will try my best to get this up as fast as possible onto the Facebook page. And for those of you who are not on Facebook and you'd like to get a copy of this, that's okay. Just email me. My email address is coming up right now. It's just dave@plazaloans.com. Thanks for your attention. I'm going to turn it on over to Monica for a Not Yet Ons.
Great, thank you, Dave. Those are always exciting to see. So who has some new Willow Glen listings over here? John.
1674 Mulberry Lane is on the MLS. Tried to get it on tour this morning. Actually, it's my fault because I sent it to Mike instead of tour at willowglentour.com. But now it sounds like my fault. One more plug for you. If you have not seen this home, we were on last year, or it was on last year. It was completely remodeled in 2011. Spectacular property. I don't think we'll be around next week, so if you want to take a look at the property, we'll be open 11:30 to 12:30. It's right around the corner from Margot, and if you want prices, 1995, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, just over 2,800 square feet on a 10,000 square foot lot. 1674 Mulberry. Thanks.
Hey, that Mulberry property was awesome. I don't know if you guys remember that last year, but it sold for just a little bit what he's asking for minus the commission. So it's an awesome house, and that builder's actually doing one right now on Newport on his new house. So if you guys got a high-end buyer, check that out. We have a 1241 Malone coming up next Thursday, actually after tour. That's just the way that the calendar worked out. And that's a 3-2 about 2,000 square feet, real nice open family room, kitchen, and good sized master and all that's going to be $1.2 million. And also we have a small little townhome in Campbell coming on the week after that, so 2 weeks from today, and it's got 2-car garage. It's a 2-1, but actually the 1 bedroom is kind of small, so it's more like a 1 bedroom with a den, big family room, kitchen, downtown Campbell, a great location, and it's going to be at 5:39.
I have a listing coming on probably next Tuesday, hopefully be on tour. 1932 Crestmont. It's a Blackwell home, a little over 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Really nice inside, remodeled kitchen, remodeled bathroom, separate family room, formal dining room, step-down living room. That'll be $855. Bruce Shear with Intero, right next door.
I have a listing on Cherry that we just put up yesterday. It's 1648 Cherry. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, beautiful. I sold her this house, I think in 05, and she tore it down to the studs and just rebuilt it, vaulted ceilings, gorgeous, gorgeous kitchen. It's really an entertainer's house, the flow of the house. It is 2,265 square feet. There's a pool, and it will be, I'm happy to open it after this tour. If people want to go see it, let me know. And we have open house this weekend. I don't think it'll be on the market next week.
How much?
Oh, I'm sorry. 125.
Hi, Phil Herring from Intero Almaden. Actually, it's not a new listing. It's a listing price reduction, 1457 Hillsdale Avenue. We're now at $899. Seller is very motivated. This house was built in 2007. It's about 2,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Beautiful new construction. And so we're highly motivated. He's in contract right now on the Morgan Hill house that he needs to move on. So please show it. Tell all your clients. Thank you.
Okay, Doris Dollar, Coldwell Banker. I have a new listing on Potrero Drive in the Cambrian School District. We're about a month and a half out. 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,200 square feet. Great schools. Original owners. It needs updating, but it's got a great floor plan. 1782 Potrero Drive. Price will be around $850.
Hi, I have a fabulous new listing coming on next week, hopefully. It is at 1113 Nevada. Has 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, approximately 4,400 square feet. And the lot size is approximately 14,000. It's very unique, very interesting, and you will see it next week, hopefully. The price, I think I told you, no. Maybe not.
Go ahead, tell us again.
Approximately $3 million. Very spectacular home.
Brand new construction, 2286 Markham, will be 100% complete. Final permits in place a week from next Tuesday, so the house is almost done. Can show it anytime. Just give me a call, can get you in prior to go on the market. He will sell it prior to going on the market. We are not actually going to put it on MLS till July 9th, however, because of the 4th of July holidays and his schedule, my schedule being out of town. $1,650,000 on the price.
What street?
Markham, 2286 Markham, $1,650,000, and my number is 499-1800.
Holly Barr with Serena Group. David Marks is next. 1680 Arbor Drive. It's like a little cul-de-sac off of the main Arbor Drive. It's a 4-2, 1,800 square feet, 8,600 square foot lot. It's going to be $1,050,000. Again, Holly Barr, Serena.
$699,000 for Willow Glen, a 3-2 Minnesota Avenue, but great room, granite, all redone. Looks great. It will be going on next Tuesday. 993 Minnesota, and then really quick, Mike, sorry, 2,800 square feet right across from the Rose Garden, going on the market tomorrow. Only $1,399,000.
Just real quick about today, when you're looking at 1674 Mulberry. My listing that some of you saw a couple weeks ago at 1661 Mulberry, 3,200 square feet, 4 bedrooms, a large office, 3 baths. There is some room in that price at $1,650,000. She won't let me reduce it on the MLS, so don't let the price keep you, but it's a fabulous floor plan if you haven't seen it, with a huge courtyard. Just needs some paint and updating on baths, kitchen. It's a great house. So $1,650,000. Don't let it. Write an offer.
All right, I got a little 2-1 on Curtis. It's 800 square feet on about a 4,700 square foot lot. That's going to be on the market in a couple weeks at $595. All right, so who do we have to speak really fast? I got my notes. You asked me about something, but go ahead and talk real fast.
Real fast. My name is Brian Chapman. For those of you who don't know me, I've got an opportunity for all of you to give back to your community on Saturday, August 3rd. We are going to be packing 500 backpacks for Sacred Heart Community Service. If you're interested in participating, we're going to be, give me your business card. I'll be glad to send you one of these flyers. I'm looking just for volunteers to pack backpacks on that day.
What's the day again?
It's Saturday, August 3rd. There's 3 opportunities. If you can be there all day, fantastic. If otherwise, we're going to be doing a 9 to 12 and a 1 to 4, and we're going to be actually delivering all of the backpacks on that day. So,
Can kids go?
Absolutely. Kids are welcome.
Realtors, kids are better than realtors.
Yeah. I'd really like to get the entire real estate community involved with this. The SCORE Foundation has jumped up and really made a big donation, and they're getting behind it. And we're actually going to have it at the SCORE training room on that Saturday. So please, give me your business card on the way out the door. I'm happy. I'd love to have my real estate community be part of this.
Hello, I'm Steve Marchand. I'm with U.S. Bank. I'm the treasurer for the Evergreen East Valley Realtor Marketing Group. We've been meeting for years. We meet at Megabytes on Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning. But this coming Tuesday, we won't be there. We'll be at Hellier Park. We're having the annual breakfast in the park. I do have tickets. They're $5. Do some networking. There'll be some prizes. There'll be people that have been in the business forever, and it'll be a great time. There'll be a full breakfast for you. So it's a lot of bang for your buck. A little something different. Don't need to dress like this. Be casual. Be out in the park. Nice spot they have there. So thank you. Yeah, Dave Cortese will be speaking. We'll have quite a few guests there. And again, it's $5, prizes, great food, and great company. So please join us. $5 tickets, I have them with me. Thanks. I know some of you already have them, but take them away.
All right, Steve, thank you. So Dave is going to play that Father's Day video one more time on the way out. There's lots of food that's still left over here on the counter, so grab something on your way.